Hello, welcome back
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the DonkTea podcast.
with your favorite host.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So today's episode is it's a crazy one.
It's super crazy. We
Yeah,
literally
really.
just came up with this idea like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Like right before we hit record, we were just like,
Yeah.
oh, we should do this.
And,
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, and
So
you're gonna listen.
take it away. Sorry. That was really hard to hear. I know. It was. But life goes on. Just
Unfortunately.
Like
Okay, so we're gonna be talking about inventions, okay?
or things that should be serious. Wait, which one are we doing? We didn't even
Think we'll do both. We're just roll with it, okay?
Wait, I feel like those are two separate things. Which one are we doing?
Okay, well, anyways, Squatty Potties, am I right?
That's how we're getting into this. Okay.
It's literally
wonder-
my favorite thing ever.
I wonder who, like, one day was just like, you know what? Let's put our feet up while we take a shit. But it's so universal. Like, I have one at home. You have one at home.
I literally do.
And it's like, okay.
Let's just put our feet up.
Yeah, I mean, the natural
Dude.
way to take a shit is to actually have
Be
your
in a
feet
squatting position.
up. Yeah, I mean, Squatty Potty. It makes sense.
Dude, let me tell you, the first time I ever tried a Squatty Potty, I never, ever went back
Wow.
to not using a Squatty Potty.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to a point when I moved locations.
Did you take the Squatty Potty with you?
Because of life, I couldn't.
Oh my god.
So instead, in the
Wow.
place of a Squatty Potty, I used a hamper.
wait, that reminds me. I would always spend the night at my boyfriend's, right? He didn't have a Squatty Potty.
I would use the trash.
I would flip it upside down. Okay, I cannot believe.
Oh my god.
I'm admitting this on the
I got
internet.
walked in doing that. And he was like,
well, you'd have to
no
like
words.
maneuver because the trash would fall out. And you'd have to
Yes.
like put it all back in, you know?
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
can't
would
believe we
just
did
be
the same
too-
thing. Maybe
Yeah.
are we just like this or have other people done this
I don't know.
as
Maybe
well?
it's a universal experience, but I
I really
remember-
can't imagine people genuinely being like, oh my god, I need to put my foot up. I'm going to flip this trash can.
But let me tell you, man. Okay, ignore that. What was that? What? Anyways.
I didn't hear anything.
Anyways, so
Oh my god, we have another guest on the show? Jerry?
that's my dad's name.
Oh yeah.
Let's cut that shit out. I don't want people knowing that. Anyways, so I lost my train of thought. What was I
Let's move
saying?
on from the Squatty Potty situation. What's another
Alright.
invention? You know what I think is so weird? Like, who came up with the idea? Q-tips.
Right?
Like, they're literally like long sticks. Everyone uses them to clean their ears, but it's clearly stated that it's not for ears. How the fuck am I supposed to take makeup off with a little stick? You know what I mean? But I
I'm
use
just
them
picturing
every
someone,
day.
Like
My mom does.
back in the day,
Oh.
they like get a stick and they're like, you know what? The stick needs some cotton on both ends. And then they use it to like, you know, whatever. I use it to clean my ears, even though you're not supposed to.
I use it for like makeup, like, you know, sometimes like
It's the precision,
Yeah.
you know? But like who thought like I'm gonna stick this Q-tip in my ear and I'm gonna
A lot of
swish it
people.
around. And then you take it out and it's like covered.
and you look at it, you're like, ooh.
You're like,
Ooh,
damn, that was in
God,
my ear
throw it out.
holes. God, humans are so gross, man. Like,
I know, like our bodies are so they do so many weird things that nobody talks about.
yeah.
Except me and you. We talk about
We have shit inside of us.
pretty much
like all the time.
like people can be backed up, like walking around the streets. You don't know how
Yeah.
when the last time they took a shit, how long they've been holding their shit
Uh-huh.
in. If they haven't shit for a week.
Yeah, I
Could
feel
you-
so bad for people like that
I know people like that.
that don't shit
They
for a
literally have to
week.
take like laxatives.
Wow. I don't.
Couldn't be me.
I literally took 5 shits. I literally took 5 shits yesterday, and I texted her about it. So, like,
I know. I was so jealous because I was having some some shitty situations happen that day. Shit related. I couldn't shit. Like, I was like, constipated. And then I was at work, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my God. I gotta shit so bad.
That's the worst to have to shit when you're
it's
at
the
work.
Worst.
Oh my God.
I know. It's fine. It's fine. Let's move on.
Okay.
You know what's embarrassing that nobody talks about?
Do tell.
Ingrown toenails.
Oh.
Have you ever had one?
My God, they hurt so bad.
It's so embarrassing because I've had one in my life before. I haven't had one in years. I don't get them regularly. But my dad, he got one so bad, I think he had to get surgery. Dad, if you're listening, nothing wrong with that. But it's like, I know several other people who have had like ingrown toenail problems. They wear shoes that are too small. Then their toe is always swollen. They don't want to show off their feet.
Oh my God. And they're not doing anything. They're just existing.
I know.
They're growing.
But I remember, like, I just remember having one, or like thought I was getting one. And I was like doing so much research, like, oh my God, is my toe gonna get infected? Am I gonna have to get surgery? Am I gonna have to get my toenail cut off? Like all this stuff, and it's like it's so embarrassing for no reason.
Thank God for toenail clippers.
Yeah.
That's another invention.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy
to think about. Like, who one day was like,
I need to cut these.
I wonder if they got so long to where like they weren't functional, like back in the day.
Yeah. And it hurts to break a nail.
Yeah.
I wonder how they did it back then.
Like, how do they cut how did they cut their toenails and fingernails?
Yeah, like caveman era.
Yeah. Like, if you think about it, back in the day, like, what did women use for, like,
their periods?
Yeah.
Dude, they just free bleed.
I do that when I've decided my period's done.
Same.
When I'm like, okay, I've had enough. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. I do the same thing. And, it's actually worked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I force myself to Kegel so hard that I just go to the bathroom and I pee and then boom.
Wow. Isn't that how it stops in water?
What?
Never mind.
What's in water?
Your period stops, like, in water.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not mine. You want to know a story? This story is so embarrassing. I think I probably already told this on the podcast, but it relates to this.
Oh, yeah, I think I know.
So I was traveling, and, I was in a tropical area, okay? And I was in a bikini, and I had a tamp in, right? Because I was on my period, unfortunately. Kind of sucked. But anyways, I wanted to go for a little swim, and I thought it was at the point where my period was light enough to where I was like, okay, maybe a little dip wouldn't hurt. Like, I'm not
dip,
So I go in the water, and immediately, as soon as my cooch touched the water, I felt like
blood
gushing out underwater, and I was like, you're fucking lying. Like, you're joking right now. And I was like, okay, Kegel as hard as you can. It's okay. Just go to the bathroom, change it real quick. You'll be fine. So, yeah, oh my God. So I walk to the shower area to wash my feet off. And I look down, and there is a stream of blood going down my legs. Everyone at the beach.
Were people like, oh my God, you got a cut?
Yeah, someone was like, oh my gosh, did you get injured? Like, are you okay? I'm like, no, dude, it's literally just my fucking vagina flowing, okay? It is the flow.
That's so bad.
And it was very embarrassing. So, no, it doesn't stop your period.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, it's so funny to talk about now, though.
I know. I remember at the time you were like so mortified.
I was.
And when you were telling me, I was like, it's not that big of a deal.
And they were like, it's natural. It's okay. That whole entire trip was a disaster from like.
I think it just goes to show that the person you were with was not meant for you.
At all.
The way that
they
handled situations on that trip with you, like, come on.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Next. Anyways.
What's another invention that's weird? Socks. How did
Yeah.
that become a thing?
Socks before the shoes. It's like putting a rubber on your feet before going
Did
and
shoes
walk.
get invented before? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do more research on inventions.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, socks. Like, who thought?
I was gonna say whose sock? That didn't really work.
But like all these things that are so normal to us, like at one point they didn't exist. Like what?
Like nail polish.
Yeah, getting your nails done,
Like,
acrylics.
Someone
like,
had to have looked at their nails and was like, you know what? I want this to be the color orange.
Or like, wow, this shit ugly.
I need to cover this with some color. Another crazy invention. It's not crazy or groundbreaking, but a toilet. We poop in water.
We just love to talk about poop.
And farts, apparently.
Honestly, okay, I think farts are the funniest thing.
Yeah, call us immature, but farts are funny, man. Like if you're in a dead silent picture, a courtroom, and it's super serious, someone's about to go to prison or something. Their life is on the line, their career is on the line, their family is crying and sobbing. It's quiet, and the judge is like trying to,
do their judging
stuff, and someone rips ass like loud, like loud. You cannot tell me no one in that room would laugh. You just can't. I know I would.
Imagine the judge.
I would need to step out.
The judge.
Oh, it would reverb in there because it has a mic.
Or imagine they just, while they're talking, Jenna, in the court of law. Is that even what they say, court of law?
Dude.
Can you imagine a world without toilets, though?
You just have to dig a hole in the ground.
Oh my god, it would be like absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
It would stink everywhere. But imagine we could just shit anywhere.
There's
like
countries
dogs?
that don't have toilets or plumbing.
That would be a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you believe nothing that's broken down in this world? Like, for instance, like obviously food that's compostable, is that a word?
Mm-hmm.
That can be broken down. Shits can be broken down. Whatever. Imagine all the stuff that can't be broken down. It never goes away.
Yeah, like plastic, doesn't it take a certain amount of years or something? I don't think it actually breaks completely down.
Crazy. I saw this thing and it was like everything that's built and made has already been here, and then nothing can like leave. Isn't that weird? Like the buildings are made out of stuff that's already here, but we just are using like resources to build it.
Word. That's crazy.
I know. Like when you really think about, like nothing was brought foreignly from other places.
Like other planets.
Yeah. Unless they are.
What you meant by places.
Yeah. Other planets and universes. Oh my god, it sounds so stupid.
Dude, that's so crazy.
I know. And like landfills, like yeah, they like what? Don't they just like burn stuff? Yeah, that's so bad.
Dude, every time I think of that, I think of the Toy Story scene.
Me too. That scene is so sad.
Like, do you guys remember that?
I do.
If you've never watched Toy Story, you're probably too young to watch this podcast.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I think of that scene and it was just so traumatizing as a kid. I was sobbing uncontrollably. I was like,
yeah,
like hyperventilating. So, yeah.
Yeah, just casually, just going through trauma through a movie. It's fine.
Yeah, you know what happens. They should have put a trigger warning, man.
Nowadays they would.
That's right.
I feel like so many movies and shows or whatever would not. Sorry, I just had to get that out.
That's okay.
Like some of my favorite movies growing up watching, I watch it like now and I'm like, this movie, these actors would get canceled now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Everyone is just so analyzing every little detail and everything. And like stuff can be blown out of proportion just from the power of social media. Like, it's insane. And people hop on trends so quick just to be like, oh, have you heard about this? And then they put in their 2 cents, and then somebody makes a video, somebody talks about it. It's just like, oh my God, just live your life.
That was very inspirational.
I know. How do we go from Squatty Potty
Just
to that?
live
And make a joke out of it. That's a,
yeah.
I said
Inside joke.
another episode.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just think that imagine like inventing something though. Like that would be so cool. And like millions of people like use it and like
dildos and vibrators. Toys.
Yes.
Millions of people, man.
Like I wonder if there's different models of like dildos, you know? And like imagine being like, I did that.
Imagine if you can make a mold of like
you can.
Your
I think they do that with certain like, you know,
or like your
people.
boyfriends or whatever.
Yeah, no, I think you can do that.
I've heard of it. Is that an actual thing? I didn't know.
But imagine being like the top seller and it's a mold of like your, you know.
That's insane. There's porn stars that have like pocket, you know, I don't know if I could say like, we'll just have to go back and censor it, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
It's true though. Like, just there's so many things that people make money on.
You can make money doing literally anything. Isn't that crazy?
But why is it so hard? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can be like, I can make money doing this and this and this and this, but it's like to actually apply yourself and be consistent, like it's actually pretty darn hard. But I feel like with social media nowadays and content creation, influencers, like you really, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can make money. It's so weird because my 4th grade teacher, and I quote him, he told, it was like parent teacher like day or bring your parent to school day. I don't know what it was. But he was like, your job, your kid's job, someday it doesn't exist yet. And it's true. At the time, it didn't exist. And now I'm doing something that didn't exist. What?
OF.
Oh my God. But it is weird. Like I wonder what jobs there will be in like 10 years from now. Like I'm honestly kind of scared, like with how things are going and how crazy social media is and just the presence of online, phone, technology, whatever. I don't know. Because when we were kids, cell phones weren't even, when were cell phones invented? I don't even think cell phones, like the kind that we have, were a thing when we were kids.
Apple came out when I was like, Apple came out with the iPhone 4. Because I remember the 4 being like groundbreaking. No, I remember
like the iPod Touch, like iPod Nanos.
I remember that too. I had one.
Those first came out when we were like in like elementary school.
Yeah, I think I was like 7 or 8. But yeah, there was a BlackBerry back in, like during the MySpace days and probably before
my
that.
dad
And the
had
Nokia,
one.
The Nokia. It was a portable one.
Yeah, I used to play this brick game on my dad's BlackBerry all the time.
You know what I used to always play? You know that little like line and you'd like move it and
that's
the ball?
That's the brick game.
And it hit the blocks?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, I played that
on the BlackBerry?
I think so.
Yeah, that was the only game.
Yeah, my first phone was a slide.
Me too. Mine was flip.
Mine was a slide.
My friend had this one. It was like literally like this thick. It was like maybe that thick, and it slid up like that. Did you know those
twist slides?
Yes,
those were cool.
I know. I had a little iPod Nano. How did those even work? The like little tiny square ones.
Oh no, that's the iPod Shuffle. The Nano was skinny. I had a Shuffle.
And I don't even know what I was listening to back in the day.
I was listening to whatever my mom had. I had some Beyonce, Mariah Carey, some MJ, Janet Jackson.
Yeah. And now everything is so at the touch of our fingers.
And
Everything.
You could see it, yeah.
Like
the kids nowadays, man, they're just crazy.
Wow, they'll never know.
They'll never know.
I mean, like tablets weren't a thing. TV was a thing, but it wasn't like there weren't like flat screens. Like when I was a kid, we had like a box one with like the antennas to like adjust it to get like the right channels.
Yeah, yep.
And like we had tapes. Like we put in tapes.
Yeah, same.
And like rewind. Oh
like
my god,
Disney tapes.
This is so embarrassing to say, but we had this one tape that there was like a steamy scene, and I kept rewinding it. I'd have to rewind it all the way to the beginning and then fast forward to the part because you couldn't go to like a specific point.
Yeah.
So I would just like go all the way back to the beginning. That was like my,
What movie?
I don't know. It was probably just people making out on a couch.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Oh my
nothing
god.
that bad.
I remember as a kid, I think I was like in 5th grade or 6th grade something,
Mm-hmm.
like 10, 11, and there was a big TV, big flat screen TV, and a scene was on, and my parents, they were sleeping or whatever, and like the TV was left on, and I was watching it, whatever, and then late in the morning, like,
oh my god, they had channels that were like late at night for like adults, right?
Yeah, and then I looked,
Yeah.
I peeked, and I saw a guy and a girl. They literally were just kissing, like making out. That's it.
You're probably like, woo!
And I was like, it was crazy. I felt like really
some type of way.
I felt some type of way. That's really creepy to talk about
I
now
know.
because I was like so young. But yeah, that was,
I know, it's just weird how
did we get to this after
I don't even know.
We started with Squatty Potties and we ended with this. So now you know where our head's really at.
When we don't have a plan or like a schedule for an episode,
We just talk.
because this is how we talk in real life. Like,
Oh my goodness.
I mean, at least for me, I think about one thing and then it'll go like completely different routes.
Yeah. Like when you tell stories.
I know. It's
You
bad.
just did it again.
Anyways.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, if you want to keep hearing us talk about random stuff, let us know if you like episodes that are way more structured or if you just like to listen to us ramble and get onto like different topics. Because we can do both. Either one's fine with us. But
Word.
But thanks for listening to this week's episode. I think we're going to be filming episodes and not filming some episodes just because I feel like Jenna and I can be more authentic and raw when we're not filming, just because we're not worried about what we look like, and you know what I mean? I just feel like sometimes they come out funnier, more relatable when we're just recording and not filming. Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for watching.
And we will see you all next week.
Yeah.